All right, welcome to the 9th episode of the
Let's Go podcast. We got a fun one coming your way with the Schwarz Bros from Schwarz Bros Media, Mendy and Modche Schwartz.
Hello.
Before we start, our podcast, as always, is sponsored by Evo Care Group, our league sponsor, and we very much appreciate everything they do for us. Without them, this would not be possible. Dave, take it away.
Take it away. We're very lucky to have the Schwarz Bros with us. And I've recently been zoche to start following Mendy on WhatsApp. Highly WhatsApp status. I recommend everybody do so because it will bring a lot of joy and pleasure to your day. So the Schwarz Bros, as most people know, have a team in the Legacy League. So first of all, how do you guys know Avi? How did you end up in the HSL? I don't know the backstory. I really don't know either of you guys too well. So let's get to know each other.
How we got to know Avi? Well, 7 years ago, we were in Yeshiva Double Basin, and somebody, Avram Tovia Ambush, I don't know if I should say his name on the podcast, because he came to Yeshiva, and he basically introduced us.
Recently, he's laying low, so I don't know.
Yeah. So he introduced us to the softball game on Friday, and with Pookie and the gang, and and I met Avi there.
We played. We were playing softball together for years in Marine Park. That you're Dave. You're on that chat, on the Brooklyn chat, the Friday afternoon pickle games.
Avi's the second best pitcher there.
Who's the best? You?
Well,
Mendy never pitched. Am I mistaken on that, Mendy? You were never a pitcher until
because we usually had other people pitching every week, but lately I started pitching.
Were you always a pitcher and you decided you just didn't care to pitch, or you just decided to pitch?
I did it. It wasn't competitive games. I wanted to give the other a chance to hit, so we let Avi pitch.
Years back. Mendy started pitching years back.
Yeah, I started pitching in 8th grade, actually.
Yeah,
I played shortstop until then.
You were in 8th grade. I think I was in 11th, and we were in 2 separate camps, and we both hadn't pitched ever, right? And then we both discovered when we got home from camp that the other one started pitching too. That's how we discovered that we can pitch. But then my pitching career didn't last very long. And you're
what camp were you guys in?
So the past 10 years I was in Camp Tashbar, and Mendy was there for the past 9 years. So it was that first year that I was there. That Mendy
it wasn't. It was earlier. It was earlier.
It was earlier than that?
I was in Camp Yeshiva then. I was in 8th grade, so it was you were in Rayham, maybe?
Something like that.
Oh no, it was your first year in Tashbar, and I was in Camp Yeshiva then. Yeah, the next year I was there. Yeah.
Modche, you're done with camp now because you're married, is that correct?
For this summer, we'll see what happens next year.
You're desperate to go back. You want to go back in some sort of head counselor role? Is that what it is?
I love it.
I can relate. You're a dire camp guy like me. I was gonna say you matched my room years. If you 10, I had 10 years room also.
Oh wow.
So we're you didn't beat me yet. Mendy, you're going. What's your plans? You have summer plans?
Mr. Shem, going back to camp.
So you go for number 10, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna play some baseball.
Do they do anything for 10 years in Tashbar? Because in Rome, they do a whole Pfeiffer does a whole fancy dinner for a 10-year club.
Oh, really?
Steaks and ribs and.
Really? I should know that they
I'm gonna send I'm gonna send this podcast to the director. Maybe he'll do something about it.
So something I've really been enjoying about the HSL so far is Avi did a great job bringing in a very diverse crew. We have our Syrian group, we have our Bulgarian sponsor. So I didn't grow up in Brooklyn, so I don't know about the whole overlap between the Litvish, Heimish, Hasidish world. So I'm just trying to place you guys within the Jewish denominations and looking for some help. And I'll say one thing. Somehow Mendy ended up, whenever you put Hillcrest Softball League anywhere, Mendy's picture comes up as the, I don't know, you guys probably know what it's called, like the picture that comes up when you put a link.
Thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
The thumbnail. Mendy Schwartz Pays flying in the wind while he pitches is the official emblem of the Hillcrest Softball League, even though he's wearing non-HSL stuff. I guess that's how
we don't want to talk about that.
I think I know how it ended up.
We're not gonna say which jersey I'm wearing.
Yeah, we're not.
I have a
all I
theory.
can say is the picture was taken by the amazing Ruvain Schwartz of Ruby Studios. So give him a shout out.
That's good.
I'm not gonna say which town in New Jersey.
No, I don't. We don't have to mention. Listen, they may or may not have their own podcast coming out. ironically enough, after our podcast came out.
Oh,
So
really?
they can give themselves plenty of shout-outs on their own podcast.
Yeah.
But I think I know how that happened. I think because we're the only brand that crossed over on both leagues. So when you started out your first year, now you'll have every brand. You can put whoever you want as the thumbnail, but the Schwarz Brothers Media logo.
We
is
also
on the
we
business,
wanted pictures, and even better was pictures with our sponsors. And you guys at that point was the only person that were able to get a picture of a player who would have the sponsor on.
Got it.
I think we got a new picture of Mendy up now, though. Isn't there a new one up now? At least.
Is there?
I think so.
It is. There's an HSL picture. Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
And it's still the thumbnail, and so it's a new.
I requested it. I requested a new Mendy Schwartz. I didn't want them to take down Mendy Schwartz. I just wanted.
I didn't even realize you updated it, Avi. So we just love it.
Back it up a little bit.
Oh wait, now it's someone else. Whatever. Yeah, it's not so clear because like a pink stripe.
I requested. Our website guy asked. I sent when our Yaakov Cat Studios, one of our sponsors, came to do the pictures. I sent them all to our website guy, Webizzery, and I requested him update it with the newest pictures. But I told him if you could replace Mendy with Mendy, do that. I don't want you to take Mendy out of the spotlight.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Yeah. HSL.
That's not the thumbnail. I don't think that's the thumbnail.
No, that's an HSL.
Still the original one, yeah.
So back to my question. We've gotten far afield. Where do I place you guys?
No, it is, Dave. It's on here when you open the website.
No, that's not what a thumbnail is. Thumbnail is like
when you send the link.
Oh.
Yeah, when you send a link in WhatsApp, a picture shows up, Avi.
Try it. Okay, continue. I'll try it in the meantime.
So I'm just trying to place you guys within it. I'm trying to put you guys in a box. That's what I'm trying to do here, and I don't know if I'm able to.
So
no, you can try.
modern Orthodox.
Modern Orthodox Hasidish. Is that a thing? Can we get that? Can we get that going?
Mendy, I'll put it for you this way. On J-Swipe, what did you put as your denomination?
So see, that's how far removed we are. I'm not on J-Swipe.
I'm kidding. I was kidding.
But you are still available, Mendy.
I am available, but not on J-Swipe.
Maybe we can get you a good Hillcrest girl.
Maybe.
See this Hillcrest girl.
You know, one of the reasons I've also become interested in this sort of different denominations, I grew up very black hat yeshivish in Queens. Chavetz Chaim style yeshivish, which is its own very particular thing. And then I sort of started finding my own path at around 24, 25 years old. I ended up marrying somebody from a very classic...
You said Chavetz Chaim, is that what you said?
I
wasn't going to give Chavetz Chaim another shout out, but once
a very classic.
There may or may not be someone on this podcast raising money for Chavetz Chaim.
172 donations so far. Wow.
Sorry, I wasn't planning on plugging it there, but if you're going to say...
If I'm going to mention Chavetz Chaim. So I ended up marrying someone from a very classical Teaneck modern Orthodox family who had, but not something I specifically identify with, but they also have their own interesting path. And as you know, my wife's uncle lives in Seagate with you guys. So it's like I've become very interested in kind of the different denominations and how they
let me just cut you off right there. Speaking of, David, I think we discussed before we came on the podcast that you're going to be wearing a strimal, and I don't see a strimal.
I don't see a strimal. I can get you mine. I mean, it's right there.
I guess it's false advertising.
It's funny. Everybody is hating on Dave's clothing. When we had the podcast series that came out last night, they were telling David that it's bad enough they have to see him in a Black Sox jersey every game, but every single podcast he's wearing a Black Sox jersey. Like, they don't know what he looks like outside of a Black Sox jersey.
Neither someone ends up at every game that's not his own. He ends up there with his jersey.
Yeah.
Right, you remember I came to that game wearing my Black Sox jersey.
If there's a bench within walking distance of the field, David's there.
That's very funny. Okay, so you guys you don't have a box that you fit into, but
Hasidish Heimish, I guess.
Hasidish Heimish.
That's
okay.
a definition.
And in the Hasidish camps, they're into softball.
We didn't go to Hasidish camps, but they are.
Right.
It depends which one.
Yeah. At Camp Yeshiva, they play sports there. So I was saying...
Even when I was in Spink in high school, it was Yeshiva. We played softball. We still played softball.
Right.
Yeah, that's more Hasidish than Camp Yeshiva.
Is there another sport? Is there another sport that's more like...
Volleyball.
Volleyball
is a very high
really?
sport.
And soccer.
Yeah.
And soccer.
Uh-huh.
but not really.
Basketball is basketball a thing or no? Because I know like in the yeshiva
So
basketball.
if you could find a milk crate that's missing the top, then you could strap it to the wall and play basketball
With a gato. That's
with
what
a
we did.
gato.
We
But
no. We took a milk crate back in high school. We took a milk crate and we took a gato and we ran it through both sides. One guy like two lumberjacks, you know those saws that you go back and forth to cut a tree in half?
Yeah.
So we had a gato and wrap it around your hand on each side, two guys, and you go back and forth until you saw through an entire milk crate because you just pop at each piece of plastic until you cleared the whole bottom out, and then you take, what did we take it? Either a chain or another gato or something, I don't know, and tied it onto window gates, and then you take a soccer ball and you use that as a basketball through the crate.
So let me understand something. Were they opposed to basketball hoops or?
Yeah.
Because
it's funny because we played soccer, volleyball, baseball, basketball was different though.
Why were they opposed to basketball?
Our 6'7", 6'8" Magachir came and just ripped it down.
Wow, but why is basketball the bad sport?
I don't know. I guess it's less tame.
Yeah, nowadays it's different. That was 15 years ago. 15
not
years,
10 years ago. Not 15. Well, I'm not that old, Mendy.
13 years ago, whatever.
10, 12 years ago, yeah, something like that.
Interesting. So you guys, so you had enough exposure, though, to softball to develop a passion for the game. So is HSL the first organized league you've played in, or you played in leagues in Brooklyn?
But we're not going to talk about that. We're not
Dave,
going to talk about
that. You're begging them to talk about what we were trying to avoid here.
Got it. Was that the first organized league you played in?
Yes.
So you guys have a long experience.
That was the first one.
If you count camp in the summer, then that's the first organized league.
No, I meant more.
You guys also played in the Coil League in the fall, which is no longer gonna.
Yeah.
Which in Mitzvah this year, if you guys bring back a team and the Rebbits and Letts and everyone going back, they'll be joining the HSL Fall League this year. So.
Oh really?
But yes, they played in the Coil League also against us. We had a couple of nice games against them.
They're
actually upset at me because
Avi played for us also a game or two.
Yeah,
I played for you, and then I also played against you guys as a sub and helped knock you guys out of the playoffs, which I'm very unhappy about.
That was a lot of fun. Great memories, Avi.
Let's put it this way: the last 3 seasons that we've had, meaning the HSL season, this one, the Coil one, and the other one last summer. Each one came down to us for the last game of the season. Meaning, if we would have won, would have been into the playoffs, and each one I would just have bad luck. What I tell you?
Yeah.
Each one the same way.
And even this year, you guys had like 3 games that you guys really should have won. Either blew big leads, stupid like errors in the field, or just super close in the end.
What I like about your team, though, from what I've noticed, is you guys are always having a good time. It seems like.
Yeah. Well, listen, you bring a full Heimish group of guys. Who, I don't know how we got them up to play at 7:55 in the Hillcrest and whatever, all these places. They're just at least 35 minutes away, and you know that your drive back is an hour. I don't know how we pulled it off, but a bunch of Heimish guys. And Sundays, they're not. They, let's go. But yeah, we had a good time. We're always going to have.
Listen, sometimes I just didn't go to sleep much of Shabbos, and that's it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
So, I was misinformed about something. I wanted to follow Schwarz Bros, like the media company, and I was told to follow Mendy's status. And while it's highly, highly entertaining, I'm not really seeing much about the media company.
So, sometimes I wear my cap when I post on my status.
That's it. But I don't know yet. Well, I still don't really know what you guys do. I'm like looking. I want to know. I want to just hang out with the Schwarz Bros more, but I'm not really finding the avenue to do that.
So that I guess on my personal status, you're kind of hanging out with me. I guess. I mean,
with
that's
you, not with the company, Mendy.
Right. So
with
the company,
and your ketchup and steak, and your
right.
Yeah, ketchup is horrendous. I despise. I'm practically scared of ketchup, but
ketchup makes everything better. That's it.
Ugh, terrible.
Everything but steak, man. I mean,
it's like a double whammy. I despise ketchup, and I love steak, and you put the two together, it's like sickening. And also, the steak that you make looks amazing. It looks sick.
It's very good.
To it, and it's Dave, you ever see the steaks? You see the steaks in their status?
Yeah, he just had one. Mendy just had one last night or 2 nights ago. He always makes me jealous, and it's always at like midnight. I'm like going to sleep, and I'm like, oh, this guy's eating steak.
My problem is I use what they call a sous vide. The actual pronunciation is sous vide, I think. But
On your
whatever.
status is a different
Yeah,
pronunciation.
a different English over there. So the sous vide, you whatever you vacuum seal the meat and you put it in water for 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever you want to do, 2.5, 3 hours. So the problem is I always remind myself a little too late that I want to have steak, and then it's just 3 hours from when I remind myself. So that's why it usually ends up at midnight. But yeah,
Hopefully,
it's really
hopefully
good.
And
another.
then when it's a scheduled supper for the whole family and he's grilling for everyone, so he comes, he delivers everyone's steak. Here's your steak. Everyone, it's a nice, a nice steak. Then he walks out with his own cowboy there, and he sits himself down with a giant knife and a whole thing, and everybody just turns. Everybody in the family just turns and goes, "Mendy, can I have a piece? This is mine. Look at your own plate." This thing's
Okay,
times
as of
thicker than
now,
everybody else's.
well, as of now, I'm the only one in the family without a wife, so I ate for two.
But he deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it.
So
He
you
grills
guys
for
grew
everyone.
up in Seagate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Modche, are you there now, or you're outside the walls?
I'm in Seagate right now. These are my Seagate walls.
You're in your.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Avi.
before we continue, let's hear a little about Schwarz Bros Media. I thought that's what we wanted to.
They're too shy to talk about the company. You
Talk
know,
about the
No,
company,
we're
yeah.
not. Okay, so we do have a Schwartz Brothers Media status where we do get a lot of flack that we don't post enough. Like you said, you want to live along with the Schwartz Brothers. We don't post enough on that because I don't even know why. Because
No, we're not trying to be too public. Like saying as of while I'm still single and stuff like that. We don't want to be like out there too much.
Right.
I guess no,
So
but I'm saying behind the scenes stuff like that. The thing is, every
that
one of our
stuff
shoots
is
comes down to like a last minute situation. Like,
yeah.
we have to catch the sun. We were on a shoot this Sunday. This Sunday we were on the boardwalk, and we were there. What was it? 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30 or something like that.
5:30
Okay, fine. The
p.m.
sun was in a perfect spot, and then we realized that the only problem was that we started losing the sun behind a building. So
And we had to be on that spot of the boardwalk for a specific reason. You'll see when the video comes
right,
out.
you'll see when the video comes out. I'm saying you can see our videos for sure on YouTube, Instagram, Schwartz Brothers Media, YouTube, Instagram, and our status is a number. But so we're trying to catch the sun, and then we're like, okay, fine. So it'll go behind the building there. So let's run further down the boardwalk. So we'll get into our two cars and fly 2 blocks down. But then no, the sun's not there either. It's not on the border. So this just takes away time from being able to film behind the scenes, all that stuff. So,
Right.
but
You guys
but
are
we should
busy.
focus on it
Basically,
more.
you're busy.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem,
Look Hashem, yeah.
but no, we should focus on it more.
Are you guys openly looking for business? Like, are you openly looking are you openly like marketing yourself? Like, besides obviously the best marketing, which is HSL, are you openly like looking for business right now? Like, how does it work? 'Cause it sounds like you're like balancing like sort of having business, but also not being too exposed. Like, what's your ideas there for now? Like, or at
No,
least
as far
of
as
now.
in business, we are openly looking for
Yeah.
more work and whatever. Right now,
When I meant too exposed, I meant like our personal.
So tell us what you
lives
do.
and
So
stuff.
tell the audience, the 200+ viewers that we've been receiving.
Ooh.
this one's gonna
Just-
get
It's
5K.
a little generous, 200 plus.
Right. Well,
Mendy, you looked at the stats, huh? Mendy did his research. Mendy did his research.
Let me do a quick check over here.
Hold on. All we have to do is get more than Shlomo Levinger on this one, and I'm fine. I'm good.
well, listen, Modche, the lead podcast right now has 237 views.
Okay.
And
We're
the
beating
Syrian sensations who were interviewed yesterday, they are committed on beating that. So you'll probably have to get to at least 250 to.
Did they say
committed on
something?
doubling that. I'm committed
Yeah,
on
I
doubling
think
that.
they're committed to beating it.
You had 5 people on yesterday? What is it? 6
Four.
people? Oh, 4, and then you 2. So
Yeah,
6
so
total.
six side, yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
so far you have 73 views. Okay. I have faith in that one getting higher.
Now we're
Let's see.
beating it, Mendy. I think we're doubling. I think we're doubling the whatever they do.
So I actually want to see. So
double.
I'm curious. So you guys are creators on YouTube. What's it called? Schwartz Bros.
Schwarz Brothers Media.
Schwartz Brothers.
Yeah.
But I thought your Schwartz Bros. Your team is Schwartz Bros.
No, Schwartz Brothers. That's just how you guys.
Schwarz
put it
Bros
up.
is the slang.
Schwartz Bros is just.
How do you prefer that we write it? Bros or brothers?
Brothers like that.
Okay, subscribe. So you have what? Wow. So you have 1,400 subscribers. That's really nice. You guys are getting close to being as popular as the HSL podcast.
Yeah, almost.
So
I
guys
think
have-
you have 216,000 views. We have about 1,500. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay, you
Hey,
have
listen,
13
we started
subscribers.
3 years ago.
You started 3 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, but
Listen, I just wanted for the record, right now you only have 13 subscribers. Once this podcast goes live, it's gonna be, yeah. That's why I have to.
What do the subscribers does is because once you subscribe, then it comes up on their feed. Is that why it's important to subscribe? Because then when they refresh
Yeah.
their YouTube, they see it.
yeah.
Also, you need, I think, 1,000 subscribers in order to start any money. 1,000 subscribers, and
yeah.
also watch time hours. Like in the last 365 days, you need like I think 4,000 watch time hours. So it shouldn't be too hard for you because you have podcasts that are a half hour, 45 minutes long. So you should get that pretty quickly once you get a nice amount of subscribers. You should make your channel easier to find because the Let's Go, people don't know how many O's are in Let's Go, so they can't really search it.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Also, I'm looking at it now. I see each episode. This one has 7 O's. This one has 14 O's. This one has 4. This one has 6.
Doug, what's going on with the different amount of O's per episode?
Whoever types everything, tell them to fall asleep on the O letter for the same amount of time every time.
It's really based on, at the beginning of every episode, I ask Avi for a Let's Go. So it's based on how long Avi gets the Let's Go.
So Avi, it's your fault.
You know, part of the reason why we couldn't use 1 O is because Tom Brady has a podcast called the Let's Go Podcast, and we don't want to be sued by Tom Brady.
Well, who's Tom Brady? It's Knockoff Let's Go Podcast. What is it?
So I'm looking at your guys' YouTube channel. So I'm starting to understand. You guys make video advertisements for people.
Right.
And
video advertisements, music videos, any video production, pretty much. Our most popular stuff is our ads. Mostly our comedy ads, but
so your number one ad is pizza B-roll.
So that's actually pretty funny.
That's very funny.
In the YouTube filmmaking industry, there's like this kind of video called B-roll, which is just really means B-roll really means just video without talking. But here, on YouTube, it means like cool shots and stuff with cool music. So there's one YouTube creator who one of his most famous videos are pizza B-roll. So people kind of like recreate it and do their own version of a pizza B-roll. So if you look, so I did one. Mine comes up like second probably on YouTube search. After that, I got maybe third. So people search pizza B-roll a lot, and then they just see all the results that come up. So if you look, also.
I'm watching the video, yeah.
It's literally the second video we put up. It's like,
what's it called? Pizza B-roll?
Yeah,
pizza B-roll.
It's making me hungry. This pizza looks really good. Is this a sauce vide? How do you guys call it?
No, that was during COVID, actually. That was during COVID. Mendy makes a great pizza.
I do make good pizza.
And that's how I gained 40 pounds over COVID. And the waffles with the ice cream and the whipped cream and and everything else you made.
Milkshakes.
Video by Mendy Schwartz, starring Modche Schwartz.
Yeah, so that was our
pizza by Mendy Schwartz. yeah.
So literally, probably one of our worst videos. Like, just we were practicing. Mendy was just practicing, just figuring out how to use a camera at that point. But it still gets a lot of views because it's just a very generic search. It's a generic search. So
how did you guys? It is hilarious. So how did you guys get? Oh, Camp Tashbar. How did you guys get started with making videos? How did you learn this stuff? And when did you open your business?
So we opened our business in 2020. I think officially, we were just bored by COVID, and I just decided to make a couple of videos for fun. I made for my father. We made an ad for his window tinting company.
Oh, that's your number 2. No, it's not number 2. Okay, yeah.
No. So the way I got into video bichlal was in camp.
I remember how you got into video. It had nothing to do with video. It had to do with a drone. You wanted a remote control, a cool remote control, so you bought a drone, a very expensive one.
I found it, a Gavaldiga drone reel 4 years ago.
Oh, that's just a drone reel, That's just a few shots. But what was it actually? Yeah, so my neighbor had a drone actually. I was into it before. I saw it around, whatever.
But it had nothing to do with filming. It just had to do with drones. And then once you had the camera in camp, you decided to figure out how to actually use the camera. And the video guy, Leo Shalom, helped you. And then that's how you got into cameras. So
so we got the drone and took to camp. I became part of the video team at Camp Tashbar. Camp Touch Bar, if you want to be a celebrity, I know Avi's a celebrity in Roman because he's
I
a
am.
Super Bowl pitcher.
Yes.
So in Camp Touch Bar, if you show up with a camera and you're part of the camera crew, instant celeb.
So
Oh, yeah?
who?
So
So you
I had
guys.
a drone. I was like the top of the list. Like after the main video guy, I was like the next celeb in camp. I had everyone crowd around me with a controller. How high does it go? What if it crashes into a tree? So I had to answer all the questions.
It feels good.
And,
It feels good to have kids surrounding you in camp.
Well,
It
it was
does.
fun. It was fun the first few times, but then when I'm trying to get a shot and someone bumps into my elbow and the camera goes like, and then everyone's all confused. Yeah,
Right.
that wasn't so fun. But yeah, it was nice. The kids enjoyed it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And how we started actually doing ads for companies was we just posted our videos for fun, and I don't even know if we both had status that, but I think only Mendy had status.
Yeah.
And
I had like a whopping, I think, 24 views.
And somebody named Multi Atlas, who's a family friend of ours, he owns Pasisiro,
Pastry company.
Pastry and all baked goods or whatever. And he was just begging us, just, when are you doing something for my company? Do something for my company. We're like, we don't do this. And we started with one thing. I think we charged a couple $100, and then we just did 9 in a row, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
9 videos for fast, and then from there,
the first video was a couple hundred. The rest we
the rest after that went up.
But those went very viral. All of those.
Yeah.
So you guys basically you were fooling around with video stuff. One thing led to another, and then you have a business just like that. You didn't have. And did you have anybody who kind of showed you the ropes, or did you just learn it on YouTube? How did you start learning how to do? I'm watching these videos. There's fancy technical stuff in here. How to figure that all out.
So starting out, I learned from Leo Shalom. He's a filmmaker in Israel, a very good guy, very talented filmmaker. He was in Camp Touch Bar, so I learned kind of like the basics from him, and like how to just, I don't know, not like technical things, just like general video stuff. And then the whole COVID, from PM until the summer, I just watched tutorials, and that's it. That's where I learned everything on YouTube. YouTube.
Got it.
YouTube University.
So
we don't camp out on the front lawn of YouTube University. We actually learn things.
So, and you guys,
Dave,
go ahead.
You understood that joke.
Dave,
we don't camp out on the front. Oh,
Dave, come on.
Sorry, I was focused on my next question. Say the joke again. YouTube University, and then what was the line after?
We don't camp out on our front lawns. We actually. Okay, I'm not saying my joke again. It's not funny anymore.
You don't camp out on the front lawns. I get it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, it's funny. Okay, good. Who made the joke? We got a chazer, just so we're keeping score.
I made the joke. It was
Mendy.
Mendy.
It's very interesting. So here's what I'm perceiving during this interview. I don't know if you guys know I'm a psychologist. What's 2? Oh, thumbs up.
I'm just trying to make the balloons go behind me. It's not
so
going now.
Modche is kind of the serious one between you two. But Mendy does this thing. Wait. Here's my analysis. This is my analysis. Mendy.
Dave's a therapist, by the way.
Underneath all of the jokes, you're very serious about the videoing. That's my sense. But you have to ask a few you have to get past a few questions to see you take it very seriously. Whereas Modche's this is what we do, and X, Y, and Z, and this is how we started.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you want to hear something funny? I'm considered the loud one of the two of us. Mendy's considered the quiet one.
It's true.
Look at him.
But we're both. None of us are the serious one. Let's put it that way.
Oh, Dave froze.
What happened?
He's just stunned. Look
Unfortunately, right when I was psychoanalyzing you, my connection crapped out a little. So you have to repeat what you said.
It's okay, guys. When we watch this live, even though Dave's bumbling and jumbling, it'll be as if nothing happened. It's happened multiple times before.
Oh, really?
Right now for us, we're looking at Dave's frozen, but when we watch it back, even though Dave's glitching, it's gonna look totally normal the whole time.
So
we're
people
talking about
watching us, we look very stupid right now for the people watching the
right,
podcast.
exactly. Dave's there somewhere. Dave's still.
Dave's
gonna
be.
All those are not
Dave
thinks
Dave
has
froze.
a perfect
We're not
circle
stupid.
around his eye. Says reconnecting. It's going around his eye, literally.
Do you actually see
now Avi's is
reconnecting?
reconnecting.
No, Avi's good now.
I'm good. Dave's rejoining.
Okay,
I'm
back.
back.
I'm back.
Oh, Dave's there twice now. Dave's there
What's that?
twice. You're there
Oh, I'm here
twice.
twice.
No, but
Okay,
it's
but
fine. I don't think they're gonna see that. They're not gonna tell you guys we're
Oh,
hallucinating.
No, now we only have
Now
old
it's good.
Dave.
Now it's good.
Oh,
But
now we're
guys,
good.
this whole time will have been good. It's a total hallucination. For the
wait,
last
you know
3 months.
what's interesting is though it looks like it started as a fresh recording, so we might have to combine the two.
That's fine.
That's fine. Wait, so what was the answer to my psychoanalysis?
What was the question?
There is no question.
No, so I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard me saying that I'm the one who's considered the louder one between the two of us.
Interesting. I wouldn't have realized that. Okay. Interesting. And how much older are you?
2 years and 7 months.
How old are you guys?
I'm 26. And Mendy's going to be 24 in
3
what?
weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
June 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mommy,
man,
Tati, if you see this, make sure you prepare a nice birthday surprise for me.
Because
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Surprise steak.
I was gonna say a little bit of a low blow. I was saying if only you guys would have made the playoffs, you could have celebrated with a big playoff one the day before.
Ooh.
But it's unfortunate.
We actually did that. We had in a league that will not be mentioned in Central Jersey. My birthday actually, yeah. One of Modche's friends, my friend also, whatever. He brought over a cake, and we had a whole thing between innings, and then a certain league commissioner,
years, no? Both years.
yeah, and a league commissioner who shall not be named, tried to pie me with it, but then it just fell and got my jersey dirty, and I still have it staying there.
Is Schwarz Bros Media returning to that unnamed league?
This year we're taking a break because we can't be seen in HSL and that league in the same,
I was gonna
in
say
the same year. So we had to take a break because of HSL, but
Also,
yeah, next
side
year.
note, I got married, so I can't just take off the Lakewood.
Also,
Till
yeah,
all
I forgot
hours
to
of the
mention
night,
that
so.
part.
Right.
Forgot to mention that.
So we
Yeah.
have a few minutes left. We still have some key business we got to get to. How has your HSL experience been? And you can also add in criticism, feedback. We love feedback.
We love criticism here. We love taking hate. It's a safe place here, right?
Hold on,
Dave's in
where am I?
his,
Criticism.
Where are my
Dave's
notes?
in his office. And
Dave's
in
got
his-
notes.
Dave's
I
in his
didn't
private
bring the
practice
criticism
therapy
notes. They're
office.
like
We're in a
in
very
closet
safe space
somewhere.
here.
Okay, should we start with criticism or not?
Sure.
The good
Yeah,
news
well,
or the bad
stats.
news? The good news
The
or the worst news?
stats, the stat system.
Yeah. You guys didn't participate.
No, because we're too busy.
It's too early in the morning.
Yeah, if we could get like the ump or some dedicated person to do stats, that would be great.
Dave's at every game. Dave's your kid. What's his name? Forgot his name. His favorite.
My son?
Ruvain something.
Yeah.
My son Tzviarye.
Yeah,
he can do
same
Do you
thing.
think he should start keeping the stats? It's not
Yeah.
crazy.
Maybe. But everything else
what's-
has been great.
He's a smart kid. He's a smart kid and he loves baseball. You guys saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually, you guys should know, you're not the first to bring it up on the podcast of stats. We actually did briefly look into hiring people. There was no method by which to even find stats keepers. I don't know how league that must not be named does it. Probably get high school kids, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe the umpires. The umpires do it, maybe.
Not the umpires. They have people. Yeah, high
But they
school
have
kids.
2 umpires for every game, don't they? So probably I assume the first. A lot of games that have 2 umpires, the first base coach keeps stats. It's a lot
Might as
easier.
well name the league already
First
because
base What happened?
First base ump? No, last year they had either high school kids or people from a different country down south, doing it. So I think the high school kids did it better, and also they helped out the people from that down south country.
Right. It's for
Speaking
us.
of which,
We can't just use like regular random high school guys because everyone has Yeshiva Sunday morning.
Right.
So it's much harder to find Sunday mornings. We'd have to hire, like the out of country type people,
speaking of which, I think I saw on one of your status you're going to a rally of somebody who must not be named on Thursday.
Wait, Sherman
must be
Freeman?
there.
Sherman
Must be
Freeman's
there.
having a rally?
Dave, rumor has it that someone else on this podcast is going to that rally as well.
We're trying to, Schwarz Bros, we're trying to keep the podcast politically neutral as much as we can, so we don't.
Right.
Yeah,
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
So what else? What other feedback about the HSL stats? What else you boys got?
I don't know. I guess everything else is okay. Maybe that field with a wall.
Except for maybe top of the ninth calls sometimes.
Umpires.
Sometimes when your playoff life is on the line and in jeopardy, and there's a crucial call made. That's the
Yeah, I
only
saw
thing.
you guys are down like 14 to 6, and then I see the final score is 14. I was on the way back to your game, you should know. And then I'm on the phone with David Gottlieb, and Dave's like, they're down by 7 runs. I'm like, okay, let me go back
No
and
faith.
prepare for
Okay.
our youth leagues. And then I see the final score comes in at 14-13. I'm like, what the heck did I miss?
So you
And there was a
missed.
bad call that impacted?
So
we
first you missed a centimeter off of a game tying grand slam by Libby Ackerman. It literally hit the top of the fence, bounced
straight up,
and everybody's heart stopped and waited to see if the ball was going to land on this side of the fence or the other side, and it landed on this side. It ended up a double. There was the game tying grand slam. He ended up on third base, the tying run on third base, and with 1 out.
Meaning it wasn't a grand slam.
It wasn't a grand slam. That's how much it missed by, and he ended up at third base as the tying run with 1 out, and then there was a very controversial call where first baseman was pulled off by a throw from the third baseman.
Yeah.
He was
ground ball to second, I believe. Ground ball to second or ground ball to short?
And it was a lefty third baseman, so he pulled the first baseman off.
Right.
And
first base was like 3 feet off the bag.
I was gonna say a foot. I was gonna be nice and conservative.
Whatever, it's good. The umps can't see everything.
That was a tying run at third base?
That was a tying run at third base. So then it was 2 outs. They held the runner at third, and then the next batter hit pretty much just a football catch to the right field, which could have tied the game, but who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
Wow. Wow. That's pretty wild. I didn't know anything about that. And then I just saw the result was 14-13. That's pretty crazy. So you guys got a little gypped on a couple of calls this season. So we need better stats. All right, and
maybe
and everything.
More umps. Maybe just the first base ump. That's it.
Yeah, and it's double the umps. Maybe the first base ump could do stats.
Listen, after the amount of views this episode is gonna get, who knows?
Dave, that's not crazy. If we get stats if we get a second ump per game, but then it comes to stats, think about the expense we'd have to technically do to pay someone to do stats for all the teams if we were to do that.
Yeah.
If we were to do that, it actually might make sense, potentially. It's just a matter of finding the umpires. Like, as it is, Dom did a phenomenal job. He had to find, 8-10 umpires every single Sunday. It's very difficult.
It's surprising. You put into Google, find umpires, you would think such a zach exists, and I couldn't find anything like that.
Yeah, either you go through the town, which is what MSL does, and the Central Jersey League does, and a lot of the other leagues do. But in Queens, in the city, they don't really have. There's not really a town that supplies umpires. It's all these random agencies, and they're all very.
Actually, I was by the first game of the doubleheader, I was listening to the ump talking to someone there, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm certified in baseball, in soccer, and pickleball."
Yeah.
So I guess you have.
When are we getting pickleball, Avi? When are we getting pickleball?
It's coming, by the way. You should know. I'll plug it now. We have 5 minutes left.
It's a little cold in my office. I'm just putting on my hoodie.
That's okay.
No.
Oh, oops. Forget it. Oops, my bad. Sorry. Okay.
Dave, we're allowed to cut from podcasts, by the way. So that
oh man.
Yeah, we do cut podcasts. We could go and delete a few things, so that will be probably.
Who's Schwarz Bros competition, Avi? We gotta plug.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can't find
videos. You can't find competition, huh? So I was saying it's a good time to plug in regards to the pickleball. So Dave, actually, thanks to our director of our youth boys programming and basketball, Shira Zalimsky, and Dave, and not really myself, I had nothing to do with it. We found this complex called Stitch Sports Complex.
Artistic Stitch, yeah.
So Artistic Stitch, and they're a really funky place. They have a small full court basketball court on top, but in the basement they have an empty space with batting cages. They do pickleball, cricket. We might run some of our youth basketball down there. It's a gorgeous space. So there's soccer we could do down there. So there's a lot to work with down there. So actually volleyball and pickleball are two things that I really wanted to get involved, because those are guys in sports. I want to do, which I'm very good considering, volleyball with beer included.
I don't drink, but if you have Coca-Cola,
Pepsi.
I'm just saying, Pepsi. Having that as a side, I think will make it really cool, and it'll be a lot of fun. But this place that we found, you could do a lot of funky stuff in the basement. It's a really big opportunity. We actually have a big meeting with them coming up shortly.
Oh, nice, cool.
But
Keep us
our
posted on
season,
that.
I mean, we didn't make the playoffs, but we'll still see you by the All-Star game and the home and derby on
You
Sunday.
should bring that up. Big All-Star game and Home and Derby coming up. Thank you to our president, Ariel Cohn, for arranging that. It should be a lot of fun. It should be cool seeing everyone in their different jerseys in the game together.
So did we do it? I feel like this is very wide ranging. We talked about a lot. Is there anything we didn't cover? I think like we basically hit all the good notes. I feel like we could schmooze for another hour, but I feel like we hit all the major notes.
Well,
I think so.
Yeah, we discussed how Schwarz Bros Media is going to bring a softball team to our night league, how they're going to bring a basketball team to our basketball fall league, how they're going
to. I gotta get into basketball straight.
You gotta get the milk crates. I mean, maybe if you get a milk crate, you need a milk crate league. Oh, now I remember what I want to ask you. When we blast out the podcast, I need to include which is the video that I should include from your YouTube page. Which is your premium?
Ooh. For the well, we're also talking about a crowd here.
Yeah, the
I don't think that the Doritos Yiddish one is gonna work. Even though there are subtitles for all our Yiddish videos, and they're very entertaining. Even if you don't know Yiddish videos. Most are only one not for security reasons. There's no subtitles.
They don't want any Five Towns chevra showing up.
No.
Was it like an anti-vaccine video or something?
No.
No.
I forgot to ask you guys.
We
only have guys on the podcast who have been vaccinated at least 3 times.
Ooh, okay, I gotta go.
Bye.
How do you hang up this thing?
So, which video do you guys think?
Probably something in the Next Level Taste series. I would say that's very popular with the
what's the series called?
Everyone. Next Level Taste. We have 4 videos for them.
Well, we've done 6 videos for Next Level Taste. 4 of them are a series of mafia style.
Next Level Taste meat boards.
Next Level Taste meat boards.
Give them a quick shout out as well.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I mean, no.
When are we plugging in non-HSL sponsors? When did we start allowing this?
Oh, okay.
Dave, you sat back quietly. You proved that.
The Schwartz Bros are out of control. They're out of control. There's nothing I can do.
Wait, I have a list of people I wanted to mention. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah.
All right, well, guys, thanks so much for coming on. Thanks so much for being an HSL sponsor. And
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. The HSL League rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and it will continue to be with this partnership going forward. Schwarz Bros Media always going to be strong with HSL.
Avi, I'll see you in the RSK.
Stop making balloons.
Yes, you will. And we'll also see you Sunday. Looking forward.
Sunday.
See you guys.
All right, let's go.
See you later.